it's Chandi, here today to show you how to make this crocheted baby blanket. But first, we reached 100,000 subscribers. Woohoo! Thank you so much for watching, commenting, liking. We appreciate it so much. So let's get started making this blanket. So here's the blanket. It has a nice wavy stitch. We've used 3 different colors, which you can do, or you can use all the same color. It's up to you. And it's actually very simple. It's a 2-row repeat. So you'll be surprised at how simple it really is. Let me tell you the things that you're gonna need. You're gonna need sport weight yarn. You can see the thickness. It's not too thick, not too thin. This is 4 ounces, 395 yards, and you're gonna need 3 of these. Also, a size G hook. You're gonna start by chaining 135, or a multiple of 12 plus 3. So, I'm gonna start with fewer stitches, that way you're not watching me crochet till the end of time. Start with a slip knot. Place that onto your hook. And I am going to chain 27, which is a multiple of 12 plus 3. Now this is the width of your blanket. You want to make sure the chain is as wide as you want your blanket to be. Obviously this will be a little tiny sample one. And you want to keep your chains loose. Go ahead and stretch them out a little. If they're tight, the end of your blanket will look pinched, and that's not what you want. So I'll go ahead and get these 27 chains worked up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. So there's your initial starting chain. Boop, boop. All right, let's start with row 1. We're going to start with a double crochet in the 4th chain from our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to work a double crochet in the next chain. So it's not this one that you've already worked in, it's the next one. Now we're going to chain 1, then we're going to double crochet 2 together 4 times. So to do that, start your first double crochet in the next stitch, but instead of finishing, you stop right here, and let's start our next double crochet in the next stitch. And then stop, so you end up with this. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So that's how you double crochet 2 together. Now repeat that. So the double crochet 2 together is essentially using up 2 stitches, but instead of ending up with 2 stitches, you're ending up with 1. So it's a decrease. And you'll find, since we're going to work several of these, this is what's going to create the curve and thus the wave in your blanket. So we're going to do this 3 more times. So let's do it again. You start your double crochet in the next stitch. But before, like normally you'd yarn over and pull it through, but don't do that. Just ignore those stitches for now. Yarn over and start your next double crochet in the next stitch. Then when you have 3 stitches left, you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. And you've just completed another double crochet 2 together. And do it 2 more times. Alright, so twice more. All right, so there we have 4 double crochet 2 togethers. So the next part of the row is 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, and work all of that 4 times. I'll show you how to do that. 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, and 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and chain 1. The double crochet 2 togethers are creating this curve here, whereas the chain 1s are increasing and they're making it curve the opposite direction, creating the blanket waves. Double crochet 2 together 4 times again, just like we did. Now we're going to work double crochet 2 together 4 times. So basically what we did before. We're just doing it again. So there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. 1 more. Oops. And 4. When you're down to your final 2 stitches, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, 2 double crochets in the final stitch. Then when you've done that, you're going to turn your work so that we can start on the next row. So there's my final double crochet, and then turn, and we're ready to start row number 2. Row number 2 is pretty easy. You're going to start with a chain 3. You're going to skip your very first stitch since the chain 3 counts as a double crochet, and you're going to work 1 double crochet in each stitch across. So let's do that. Chain 3, skip this very first stitch because this counts as the double crochet on top of that first stitch. So let's start working into the next stitch, and you're going to work 1 double crochet in each stitch across. That includes the chains. So I just like to go all the way around, all the way through those. And you just keep working your double crochets in each stitch. Bloop. And you'll see you're only working 1 double crochet into the top of each double crochet 2 together, if that makes sense. Remember, when you get to the chain 1s, those count as a stitch, so you want to work a double crochet in those as well. Now you should have, your blanket should be staying the same width, and this will ensure that it is. You don't want it getting wider and wider and wider, or skinnier and skinnier. I know that's an issue for a lot of beginners. I had the same issue when I first started way back in the day. Boop. Get some more yarn. If it helps to count your stitches after every row, that is a good trick to make sure you're staying on track and not getting skinnier or wider. Then when you finish off this row, you're going to turn just like you did before. We're just going to keep turning after every row. We're working back and forth. Back and forth. All right, so another thing to keep in mind is this chain 3 here on the end, that counts as a stitch. So you're going to work into that as well. Okay, row 2 done. You can see how we're already getting the wave here. If yours is wider, which it should be, it's going to be waving, do, 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 a lot of little waves, and it's just going to continue on as we go. It's pretty awesome. On to row number 3. All right. Let's start with a chain 3. Now, this counts as your first double crochet. So then we're going to work another double crochet in the very first stitch. Simple, simple. Then we're going to work a double crochet into the next stitch. So that's the start of row 3. Chain 1, double crochet 2 together 4 times. You know how to do this. This row is basically the same as row 1. In fact, it is the same. So you already know how to do this. So there's 2 of them. There's 3 of them. 1 more. Boop. Boop. So there are 4 double crochet 2 togethers. Doo-doo. Here's what's next. Double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1. Repeat both of those 4 times. Chain 1. Again, this is just like row 1. Double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1. Double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1. One more time. Double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1. Ta-da! Can you guess what comes next? You got it! You're going to double crochet 2 together 4 times. So let's get started on that. 1. And 2. And 3. 1 more. 4. So here's what you have. Again, you're going to repeat where you started the double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1. From that point on, you're going to repeat all of these stitches all the way across your row until you have 2 stitches left. Your blanket should look like this when you get to the end. So here's 1 stitch, and this chain here counts as the final stitch. So see, you have 2 stitches left. That's important. This way your blanket is staying the same width. So to finish off, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, then chain 1, then you're going to work 2 double crochets into this final chain 3. You want to work into the top chain there. So 1 and 2. Row 3 is complete. From here on out, you're going to repeat rows 2 and 3 over and over and over and over. You can use just one color. If you want to change colors, like in the example shown, you can. In fact, I have a video devoted just to how to change colors in your knitting and crocheting. So you can go watch that. If you want a quick tip just right now, leave about 5 to 6 inches of yarn, cut it, and just start working with your new color. When you get to the end, you'll weave in all your ends. Make sure you're weaving each color into the same color so it doesn't show up. Size-wise, you can make this as big or as small as you want. The starting chain determines the width, and then however many rows you work determines the length of it. So you can make a king size blanket, you can make this for adults, you can make a little preemie size, just whatever you want. It doesn't have to be just for babies. This example is about 32 inches by 32 inches, which is a nice little size. It has been blocked, If you don't know what that means, look at my previous video on how to block your finished items. You just soak it, pin it into shape, and let it air dry, and it creates a nice, crisp, professional finish. If you want this instruction card with the printed pattern on it and the yarn that I used and all of that, I have all of it available for you on my website, which is expressionfiberarts.com, so you can go take a look there if you want. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to make a crocheted baby blanket. If you want to get more inspiration and get more patterns, a lot of them are free, you can head to my website, expressionfiberarts.com, or to my blog, blog.expressionfiberarts.com, and I have a lot of information and tutorials there for you. The best way to keep in touch with me is to sign up to my email newsletter there. I'm going to let you know when I have new stuff, which is all the time. We're listing new things almost daily, so you can enter your email address and I will keep you up to date. Also, make sure you check the blog because we have big monthly yarn giveaways where we just give away piles of yarn and someone has to win, and it could be you. So go enter for that. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, that would be super great. And please comment below. Let me know any ideas that you have for future videos. Knitting, crocheting, dyeing yarn, spinning yarn, whatever you want to know, yarn related, comment below and I will see what we can do for you. Thanks again, have a great day, and stay tuned for next time because we have more exciting videos coming your way. Bye-bye!